woman was terrified to find. Every time she arrived at a different station, she would see the same old lady, even when the train was speeding forward. That old lady kept appearing outside the window. The old lady seemed to be warning her about something. Daisy could not see clearly and took a few steps forward, but the old lady stepped back a few steps. Daisy told her to stand still and wait for her, but every time she tried to get closer, the old lady would immediately step back, and always kept at a distance where she could not see or hear clearly. Daisy was getting angry. This old lady was obviously messing with her, so Daisy turned and left without looking back. But after walking for a few minutes, she turned and found the old lady seemed to be following her, and no matter how fast Daisy ran, the old lady could instantly catch up. Just as Daisy did not know what to do, a hiking ant happened to pass by. Daisy felt like she saw a savior, and quickly asked her for help. She asked her to go ask the old lady in the distance if she needed any help. After all, in this barren mountain wilderness, it was very unsafe for an old person to be here. The ant was also kind-hearted. She agreed right away without hesitation. Soon she came to the old lady's side, but strangely, after the old lady said a few words, the ant looked at Daisy in horror, then screamed and ran away like crazy. Daisy was terrified by this scene, and quickly ran away from the spot as fast as she could. Then she reached a small town not far away, but when she looked back, the old lady was still following her. Daisy was so scared she rushed into a nearby inn. The crowded room gave her a temporary sense of safety, so she quickly told everyone. She said she was being followed by a strange old lady, and asked if anyone in town knew her. The innkeeper looked and said, this was a stranger, but she looked quite old. She probably meant no harm to Daisy. As he spoke, he warmly invited her inside, and said if there was any misunderstanding they could clear it up face to face. However, when the innkeeper walked outside, the same thing happened again. After hearing what the old lady said, the innkeeper first looked at Daisy in horror, then ran off like a madman. This really scared Daisy badly. She immediately decided to stay at the tavern that night, and not leave again. But after one night passed, the old lady was still standing at the door without leaving. Daisy then directly booked another 7 days. She wanted to see how long this old lady could hold on, but by the 5th day, the hostess wanted to kick her out. Because of Daisy's presence, the old lady was always standing at the door. It seriously hurt their business, and that day after the innkeeper spoke with the old lady, he vanished into thin air, and never came back. Daisy had no choice but to take a ride home. When she got home, she told her mother about the old lady, and this strange old lady had already seriously affected her life. So her mother suddenly had a clever idea. She thought of a perfect way to drive the old lady away. The two just needed to stay on the phone. When her mother got close, she could play the old lady's words for her to hear, and as Daisy's mother, no matter what the old lady said, she could not be bewitched. So her mother walked toward the old lady, but as she got closer, Daisy found the phone signal got worse and worse. She could not hear the old lady and her mother talking at all. She realized something was very wrong, and shouted for her mother to come back, but it was already too late. Her mother looked at her in horror, then ran away like a lunatic. Daisy chased her for a long time before she caught up, but by then her mother had already gotten into a taxi, and was staring at Daisy with extreme disgust, then quickly left the town.